Hey guys, Shadowz here, welcome back to another Gears of War 4 video. Today we are going to be discussing the possible fate of Clayton Carmine in Gears 4. Now before we get into this video, I want to give a huge shout out to my man Irish Gamer on Twitter for sharing his thoughts and knowledge on the Carmine characters. With Gears 4 being set 25 years into the future from Gears 3, the fate of Clayton Carmine isn't truly known as the character never appeared in the campaign. However, there are a few possible hints and teasers to what Clayton might have got up to since we last saw him in the franchise. Inspecting both the drop shot and the buzzkill weapons, if you take a closer look at them, you can clearly see a CCC logo, which stands for, as seen on the weapons as well, Carmine Construction Company. Now these weapons were created for construction purposes after the extinction of the Locust Horde to allow the new cog just to start rebuilding civilization, and because these tools are owned by Carmine Construction Co., of course this does mean that after the war, Clayton Carmine must have spent his own time creating his very own company, which were responsible for the first construction sites that turned into the settlements as we see early on into the game. Apart from that, this is where the fate of Clayton Carmine does get a little bit tricky, and the questions start to arise themselves as we have a new character part of Reyna's outsider camp called Gary Carmine. Now it is confirmed that in the post-Locust War era, Gary Carmine had joined the village of outsiders led by Reyna Diaz, and while his precise relationship to the Carmine family is very much unknown, there are a few clues hidden in plain sight to who Gary might possibly be. As seen in the game, obviously Gary has a tattoo on his right arm of none other than Clay, as well as graffitied onto his own jacket the words Grub Killer, all being references to Clayton Carmine, which must mean that Clay must have just been somebody very important to Gary, and he is just too young to be the yet announced fourth unknown Carmine brother, so Gary must be Clay's son. Now the huge question is, why did Gary Carmine just suddenly join the outsiders if he is Clay Carmine's son and just get a tattoo of his possible father? During the game there is a mention of a settlement 2 where things just go way too wrong for the new cog at an unknown point as well, and there was a major clash between the forces of the cog and obviously the outsiders, which either left the settlement 2 either badly damaged or just completely destroyed overall. But it did end up actually in many of the gears actually leaving the new cog, which might explain why Gary joined the outsiders, but it could also very well explain as well a few possible outcomes to Clayton Carmine too. Getting a tattoo of a loved one usually results in them passing away, which would obviously just be the worst outcome, as back in Gears 3, Gears fans around the world as a community voted to save Clayton Carmine in the game to have him not die, and if the Carlton studio just attempted to kill him off screen, I would just think that would just cause community chaos. Now the other outcome could possibly be that Gary was separated from Clayton Carmine because of what just happened at Settlement 2, assuming he is dead, where he isn't, as instead Clayton Carmine is still alive, healthy and ready to go, but just somewhere else in the planet Sierra. So there you have it, that is the possible fate of what I believe is Clayton Carmine in a Gears of War 4, based on everything we can find in the game right now. Please make sure to leave me a comment down below telling me what you think. Do you think Clayton Carmine is still alive? And if so, what the character might be doing right now after we already know that he did start up his very own construction company? Give this video a thumbs up and share if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you aren't already. Thanks for watching, and as always, I shall see you in the next one.